All right, welcome to the 2022 Utah Pole Vault Academy Street Vault. This is our 5th annual Street Vault here. Due to the weather, you can see that we've had to actually move indoors today. So, luckily we have our awesome facility. Let's take a look at our athletes here. We've got 2 pits running. Unfortunately, it's not quite the camera setup I've had in years past because we had to move inside, and our runways are on 2 opposite ends of our building. So, you can see our athletes going through their warm-ups right now. The bar will go up at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So we've got just under an hour, about 50 minutes left of warm-ups to go through. Excited to have you guys here, though. Watching away. Let's see, we've got 3 viewers right now. Tell all your friends. The link is on our website, UtahPoleVaultAcademy.com. You can also just search Utah Pole Vault Academy on YouTube. Find the live stream there. It's also on our Facebook page and our Instagram page if you want to find the link or tell your friends about the link. All right, here we go. Let's see, is this, there we go. Now we should be able to hear. Let's just make sure real quick. I'm just gonna do this. All right, get nice and close to that right here.
Okay.
Okay, so we got Hannah Putnam. Are you excited
Hi.
for today?
Yes, this is my favorite one.
Awesome. Just gonna adjust that real quick. All right, so why is this your favorite competition?
Because I like vaulting outside usually and on the platform runway.
Oh, but we don't have that today, sadly.
I know.
I know, stupid weather. Like, we never get weather in Utah.
I know.
It's always just dry. Anyways, so do you have any idea what you want to start at? Your opening height?
7'6".
7'6". Cool. What's your PR?
8'6".
8'6". Why 7'6" for your starting height then? What's the plan there?
Because my first vault was really good, so I have confidence that I'll get it.
Okay. So you're trying to get that 7'6", next bar 8.
8'6", and hopefully 9.
And then hopefully PR.
Yeah.
Sick. Awesome.
Yeah.
So going for 4 bars there.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
sounds a little exhausting, but I think you can do it.
I think I can too.
Awesome. We're
Right.
feeling good?
Mhm.
Awesome. And where are you from?
South Jordan.
South Jordan. She's a local at Utah Pole Vault Academy.
I am.
Awesome. So let's have some fun today.
Okay.
Anything you want to say to the 5 viewers today?
No.
And the many more who might watch the replay?
It's okay.
All right, let's have some fun today. Good job.
Bye.
All right. That was fun.
Hello.
All right. Let's get camera on you a little bit here. How's it going?
Good. It's going good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Excited for today?
I am. A little bit nervous. I'm excited.
And tell everyone who you are
My name is Avery Earl.
and where you coming from.
I'm coming from West Jordan, Utah.
Awesome. Local.
Yeah.
This is on. You can
My
talk
name
right-
is Katerina Aguero.
Awesome.
Follow me on Instagram at Katerina Aguero1.
And also, don't forget to follow the Utah Pole Vault Academy at Utah Pole Vault Academy. That's just no spaces, no caps.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
So, you excited for today?
Yes.
What are we coming in at?
Coming in at 7.
Awesome.
Yes.
Why 7?
Why 7?
What's your PR?
My PR is 8.5, but I haven't jumped at a meet since like last track season.
Okay.
I figured 7 would be like a good like starting point.
Okay, so I haven't jumped in a while, so start a little lower to get that comfort jump in.
Yep.
Awesome. Get lots of bars in.
Yep.
Okay, how are we feeling so far?
Feeling good.
Awesome.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Sweet. Sweet. That's good. Well, anything else you want to shout out?
No, not really.
Okay. Sounds good.
Utes.
Go Utes. Good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, for those watching, we're still going through our warm-ups right now. So right now is a very important part of competition for the athletes. They take the opportunity to really feel it out, get those muscles moving, make sure that their steps on, make sure that they're on the right pole for today. That's real tricky. Pole can often change due to temperature that we're dealing with the weather or anything. The warmer it is, the softer that pole starts feeling, the less spring they're getting out of it. So they might need to adjust poles, grip, depending on how they're attacking it. All right, so they also can kind of check where's their step at, how they're feeling today, get some feedback from their coaches, figure out what they're doing with that, where they're going to set their standards, everything. So a very important time. Usually give an hour for the athletes to run through. We've got, how many athletes do we have running this session? All right, 16 girls, 18 boys, I believe, run this morning. Okay, let's go through this list here real quick. On pit 1, that's the pit you can see here on the right, the black and gray pits with the high bars in the background. Pit 1 here, we've got our girls under 10 feet jumping. We'll have Aubrey Hodgkin from Utah Pole Vault Academy, Kayla Johnson from Utah Pole Vault Academy, Ava Richards, unattached, Abby Wilson from Riverton High School, Ellie Ekins from Utah Pole Vault Academy, Piper Crawford from Drift Motion in Colorado, Hannah Putnam, Utah Pole Vault Academy, Avery Earl, Utah Pole Vault Academy, Bella Kate Tejas from Utah Pole Vault Academy, Kimberly Hall from Utah Pole Vault Academy, Piper Van Leeuwen from Riverton High School, Liesel Ford from Utah Pole Vault Academy, Kennedy Benjamin, unattached, Sydney Kennett from Drift Motion, Destiny Franklin from Sin City Track and Field, and Katarina Aguero from Utah Pole Vault Academy. On pit 2, we'll have, and that's the blue and gray pits on the left here of the screen. We've got Jack Richards, unattached, Mac Ekins, Utah Pole Vault Academy, Jorgen Anderson, Rigby High School, Ryan Tolis, Utah Pole Vault Academy, Cade Scott from Rigby Middle School, Cedar Thomas, Utah Pole Vault Academy, Danny Oliver from West Jordan High School, Jesus Perez from Utah Pole Vault Academy, Caden Erickson from Coronado High School in Nevada, I believe, Carlos Espinosa in Utah Pole Vault Academy, Nicholas Wilding, Utah Pole Vault Academy, Dakota Helm from Mountain Ridge High School here in Utah, Eli Johnson, Utah Pole Vault Academy, Tommy Ulrich, Gravo's gang, out from Las Vegas, Nevada, Taylon Erickson from Coronado High School, also with Gravo out in Nevada, I believe. Tyrell Christensen, Rigby High School. Devin Pierce, Utah Pole Vault Academy. Isaac Richards from Skyridge High School. Jackson Pullman, also from Skyridge High School. And that'll be our lineup for today. All right. Pit 1, the opening height you can see on the screen here is going to be 6 feet. Pit 2 is going to be at 4 feet for Jack. We're starting a foot under the PRs for the athletes on each pit. We'll continue to watch them warming up for the next about half an hour until we get going. And as you can see on the screen, if you'd like to donate to support this obnoxious endeavor of live streaming, you can hit me up on Venmo. I would love it. This is just something extra that I put on so that the parents who are away, I know we've got the James family specifically requested this, and you know what? They do so much for us that I said, let's do it. So shout out to the Jameses. Love you guys. Been a huge supporter of Utah Pole Vault Academy for many years, as we've coached many of their children, and have also made some of their children our coaches as well now. But I've had lots of great feedback from lots of family. Lots of our parents who've told us that they love having this for their family to be able to watch from out of state, especially because we've got athletes here today from Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, Idaho, and Utah here. I believe I'm remembering all of them, but I might be forgetting something out there. So we've got a good spread of athletes from all over, and excited to have a great event today. So looking forward to hopefully some great PRs. We've got some prizes for anyone who gets a PR today. We're also got lots of medals for top 5 athletes for each runway for each session, which is real exciting. So they'll hopefully we'll see who gets to go home with a nice shiny medal to rock. See if we can grab one real quick. Here we go. Here's one of our nice little shiny medals that they could be walking home with today. So hopefully we'll see your athlete that you're cheering on get to win themselves one of those, or maybe a PR candy. We've got our Airheads Extreme for getting some sick air today. We'll get a nice little watch of our athletes jumping now. Maybe if they blast their volume a little bit, but mostly you can only hear me. You want to give a shout out on the live stream?
What would I say?
I don't know. You're the one who does all sorts of talking things all the time.
I can tell them about burning my runway.
So here we go. All right, here we go. We've got Bob Cattell here with us. And Bob, why aren't you jumping today?
Well, you know what? I was the United States Northwest Masters champion of pole vault in my age group. The reason was I was the only one who showed up in my age group. But yeah, I decided not to be in this competition because I just found out you can buy trophies.
There you go.
And it takes a lot less effort, and so I decided I would officiate. And you know, I've got some trauma around the pole vault. You know, when I was in high school,
Yeah.
I used to pole vault in my backyard diagonally across.
Okay.
And you know, one of the things I like to teach kids is, you know, the last part of your brain to develop is the frontal lobe. That's the part that deals with what happens next. So I ask them, have you ever done something and after you did it thought, what was I thinking? Well, I was sitting there in my backyard going, you know, I'll bet you if you run on dirt, that's faster than running on grass. So I went into the garage looking for a way to turn the grass into dirt, and I saw a 5-gallon drum of gasoline. And I thought, that should work. And then I carefully poured gasoline from one corner to the other, and I promise, it wasn't until I lit the match and saw the flame shoot across that I thought, maybe this isn't such a good idea. So anyway, a lot of trauma around the pole vault. I don't do that anymore.
That's a good reason, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep the arson at bay.
You know, I am 64 years old, and I did pole vault this year.
Awesome.
Yep, I got.
How'd that go?
I weighed 200 pounds, and I got on a 14-foot 135. Held it really low, bent the pole, and I think I cleared 7 feet.
7 feet? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
And 19 feet, I could throw a football over it every single time.
There you go.
All right, well, we're gonna have a lot of fun here today. There's a lot of girls, a lot of guys, and I wish I was younger, faster, and stronger. My IQ could use some help too. Okay.
There we go. Thanks, Bob.
Is that okay? I'm going to speak to all you guys sometime. When am I doing that? Hi, Anna. Nice to meet you. I'm Bob. I'm the funny guy. I'm usually comic relief. Yeah. The BYU track coach says, I don't know why, but my ball is better when you're on. I said, I'm now on my account. I think it's good instruction.
All right. There we go. All right. We are good.
So anyway, I was reminiscing back to college. After football season, I went to the track coach at BYU, and I says, hey, I pole vaulted 13.6 when I was in high school. Any chance I could be on the track team? He says, what's your speed in the 40-yard dash? I said, 5 flat. And he said, and you went 13.6? I go, what? Son, you're an overachiever. You're really slow. Yeah, most of these guys get on a pole that's over their weight. I was 185, and I was on a pole for a 165-pound person because that's the only way I could get into the pit. Back then, they didn't have the rule that you had to be at least the weight of the pole.
That's good that they didn't have that rule. You know, that rule brings up a lot of controversy today, too, right? Because you can have an athlete on a very short approach, and they're fine on on a softer pole, right? Because they're not putting as much energy into it. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are I still like the idea of getting on that motorized skateboard.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I showed my son that. I says, hey, I could do this. He goes, yeah, Dad, and then we'll go to the hospital. Well, you know, the guy rules. Actually, back when I was in college or high school, they didn't even have the rule where the standards had to be back 45 centimeters or 18 inches to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you could put them anywhere you wanted. You know, I had to put them all the way back because I was on that little pole. So.
There you go.
Okay, that's all I got to say until I have something else to say.
There you go. Thanks, Bob. All right, I will apologize for a little bit of the microphone quality here. Something must have happened to my secondary mic, but at least I hope you guys can hear it well. I am listening to the playback here, so I can hear it, but it does sound a little choppy. So we'll see if we can play with that a little bit. We should interview some of these Colorado girls, huh? Did not hear me.
Yeah, we
Or
should
choosing-
interview some of these Colorado girls.
Or they're choosing to ignore me. Do you guys want to say hi to all your family who might be watching? Hard pass? What? Yeah. That sounds painful.
I put it across, and it came down on my chest, and went down, and it snapped up, chipped some of my teeth. Then I landed in the pit, it rolled off and landed on my head. It was pretty funny. Too bad nobody filmed it.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of pole vault stories. That's where I learned that, for whatever reason, I was pretty good at coaching. Because I taught all the kids. I was teaching everybody when I was in high school. I taught the kids that beat me. Yeah, I need to be more selfish. Gotta work on that.
All right. Let's see. Let's do a quick little. See if we can do a quick little Instagram story. Let everyone know how to watch us. I know. I'm doing it again. Show my sick setup. Ah! No, we're not doing that. Nope, nope. Discard. There we go. All right. I forgot. I got to hold it. All right. Cameron here with Utah Pole Vault Academy. On the live stream, we've got the whole setup here. If you're wondering how to watch our competitions today, we'll have two different sessions. Okay, first session, the link is on the bio of our Instagram page. It's also on our Facebook page and our website, utahpolevaultacademy.com. You can also just look us up on YouTube because we're live streaming on YouTube. And just look up our channel. You'll find our live stream there. Tell all your friends, watch. I'll tell you all about pole vault. We'll try and learn what's going on, what's going good about jumps as best we can, and let you guys see your athletes, even from out of state, and how they're doing. Right now, they're still finishing up their warm-ups. We've got about 15 more minutes of warm-ups here going. So we've got our athletes. We've moved, as you can see, inside because the weather is not so fun today in Utah for an outdoor competition. Hopefully that'll get us above 6 viewers. We got 6 viewers right now. And of course, one of them is me making sure that the stream is actually working. I'm gonna make an announcement. This microphone is on just to catch background stuff right now.
Okay. I won't say anything
Just because
profane.
it's dead silent. A dead silent thing is boring. Dropped my mic when I moved.
Why?
It just sounds very grainy. It's not as crisp, which is bothersome. Maybe I should put my other sock on it. I don't think that'll actually help, but
I mean, you can try it. That's going to be fun to look at for a long time. I just did all the straight lines.
oh wow.
I'm going to go through and make them
I thought about editing it so it wasn't so printed so small, but
I mean, the only one that's really going to have a problem with it is Bob. So.
I know.
No, I'm just talking about, like, my little lines in the middle.
Do it without the backing so it doesn't bleed through though.
Oh, you don't want to have a bunch of lines everywhere?
No.
Fair enough. I can respect that.
what's your name? Kennedy. Where are you coming from? Sweet. With Grava? Love that dude.
What's your PR?
Cameron.
Nice.
You didn't come last year, right? No, last year. This is your first time coming out to one of our events? Sweet. Welcome. It's pretty sweet. We got a sweet setup. You know, not to brag, but I'll brag.
Hopefully that will help a little bit.
We should tell Bob and Devin to do their best to actually stick with the order.
Yeah.
Did you girls come out to our meet last year?
I did.
Sweet. So now you get to see both our outdoor setup and our indoor setup.
Are you guys both Colorado? Yeah. Nice. What are your guys' names? Sydney. Nice to meet you guys. I'm Sutton.
I remembered your names when I saw them on the list. I was like, I remember these names from some time before.
Nice.
But awesome to have you guys again.
What are your guys' PRs? 5.96. Nice.
Sweet. Feeling good
Excited
today? PR today? Yes. Let's do it. Probably. Has it shown up? Can you do your best to run in exact order? Can you do your best to run in exact order?
So you don't want me to do 5 lines, is what you're telling me?
If we have to, sure. But just not like these random like skip.
We don't have people running different events.
Yeah.
It's fine. Someone's running a different event. We're going.
They're in trouble too.
Change first to 7.
Thought I didn't mark the girls yet.
Yeah. It might be good to go up to the second to last one. And there's maybe.
Just probably put some smell goods on, huh?
Probably. We got 9 minutes until we need to get going. How we feeling? Awesome. Good. Just remember, run fast, be tall, relax. That's like my biggest piece of coaching advice lately. Relax. No, relax. Because they're so tense.
Where do we get these from?
Drift motion. Colorado. They're sick, right? Guys and girls too.
Yeah, what?
There's a guys and a girls one. Because one of them's a guy vaulter, one of them's a girl vaulter. All right, we've got about 8 minutes left before we put up the bar. So we're just wrapping up run-throughs. And these kids are definitely looking pretty awesome right now. put that this way. It's more to put it up.
Well, because we could just increase like the name sizes, and then it would just
Oh, stretch it.
stretch it this way instead of bumping. I mean, it would bump that a touch. On this page, we don't need decimals.
We've got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe for the next one.
Okay.
We'll see how we do.
That works.
All right. Some of you watching might have watched some of our streams in the past, and I've put a lot of things into it. This year, with the change of a slight change of venue from outside to inside our facility, I had to do a lot of editing of this platform and the visuals and everything. So I don't quite have everything set up to tell you every athlete's name printed on screen or their attempt number, but I'll keep what height we're at up on screen for you so you know where we're at, and I will do my best to announce who's up on deck and on hold for both Pit 1 and Pit 2. And remember, for this session, Pit 1 has our women's under 10 foot for their PR, their personal record. And Pit 2 has our men's under 12 feet for their PR. We've got a bit of a spread there for our men, particularly. Our youngest on that pit is 8 years old, Jack, and he is he's never really jumped at a competition before, so this is the first competition, so whatever he jumps is going to be his PR. This is why we had that recent edit on screen here of our opening height going to be 3.6 for him. Most of our other athletes looks like they're coming in for Pit 2 at 8 feet. Yeah, everyone else coming in at 8 feet, right? Okay. Okay. We do have a couple of athletes still trying to figure out what they're coming in at, and we'll get that as soon as we know. But we'll keep you posted. Looks like for our girls, we're still coming in, starting at 6 feet. We'll have, so far it looks like we'll have Aubrey Hodgkin coming in at 6 feet. Kayla Johnson coming in at 6 feet, possibly. That looks like there might be a change in that coming sometime soon. Piper Crawford from Colorado also coming in at 6 feet. And still waiting to hear back for a couple other athletes. So we'll double check that before we get started here. All right, Cody's just the owner of the club, Cody Pierce. He's just giving some announcements right now, welcoming everyone while we get the bars set. All right. Once again, welcome to the live stream. We're just giving some quick announcements, going over the basic rules and whatnot with all the athletes. Introducing the athletes right now. Let's see if I can't get you guys a view of this real quick. Here we go. A little awkward. Got to shift my laptop over. We're just introducing the girls right now. All right, now to introduce the boys here. There we go. Hopefully you guys can sort of hear that. I'm trying to boost my other mic.
Which side are we starting at? Yeah, you want to start? Yeah, buddy, you're starting us off here. All right, tell them who you are.
All right. So remember to boost the signal a little more.
You will after today, though.
Look at the little red lines.
Where do you live at?
That's so much better.
Perfect.
Put a little stash with that here.
My name is Tyler Christensen, and my PR is 11.6. My name is Kate Scott, and I have a PR of 8.6. My name is David Pierce. My PR is 11.6. My name is Tommy, and I'm from Las Vegas. My PR is 10.9. My name is Colin. I'm from Las Vegas. My PR is 11.6. My name is Kate. I'm from Las Vegas, also, and my PR is 9.6. My name is Carlos Espinosa. I'm from West Jordan, Utah, and my PR is 9.6.
My name is Nicholas Wiley. I'm from Kansas, Utah. My PR is 9.6.
My name is Danny Oliver. My PR is 9 feet, and I'm from West Jordan. My name is Eli Johnson. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. My PR is 10. My name is Matt Eakins.
officiating the boys pit today, so let's give him a hand. He's one of our club coaches, also a USATF official. He's running this pit down here on pit number 1 with the girls. So give him a hand. Athletes, I'll defer to your coaches, but on my athletes, this is just kind of a rule that whenever we're in a competition, just etiquette. When you get done with your competition, go shake the official's hand and tell them thanks. I think that's just good etiquette, good practice. So after you get done with your competition, make sure you guys thank these guys for running the meet for you and appreciative of them. So anyways, hey, let's divide and conquer. All right?
All right, and with that, the competition's going to get started here. And we're just going to have the officials go over the general rules again with all the athletes, make sure that they understand basic rules. So things to understand about basic rules for pole vault for all those watching, whether or not you're familiar with pole vault. I know a lot of parents and family who watch, they just sit there and go, oh, great, they got over, awesome, and that's about it. So, in a second, not yet. So what they're going over is, of course, you've got 3 attempts to be able to get a bar clearance, right? You need to be able to get over it without the bar falling down. Things that count as an attempt is anything that would make a clear attempt to jump is obviously counts as an attempt, right? And it includes anything that passes the back of the box, right? So the box is a metal box. You can see in between the pads there, right in the center of the pads. That's what they place their pole into. That's that strong bit that they can put all of that force into and propel themselves upwards. Anything that passes the back side of that box, so if this is the back side of the box, even if it's their pole tip passing the back of the box or them running up past the back of the box, that counts as an attempted jump. I'll do it in a second. As well as if they anything touches the pad. So if their pole comes and contacts the pads, or if they step up onto the pads, that does count as an attempt. Okay, and so then the goal is, no matter what, they jump up into the air, fling themselves up into the air using some really intense technique, which we'll talk about more as we go through this competition. To get over the bar without it falling down. One of the tricks, though, is you got to get over the bar and then get rid of your pole, right? Because the goal of pole vault ultimately is not actually to get high. That's just one of the great benefits and what the kind of the mark we set, right? Is to get over the bar. The athlete's goal in pole vault is actually to take the pole and move it into the pads, right? So if this is the pole, right, and the pads are over here, we want to take wherever we are at plant takeoff, we want to move that pole into the pads effectively. So we want to transfer all the energy we have coming into the pads, into the pole, move with the pole into the pads so we land safely there, right? With technique, we can do that very effectively, right? So, one of the challenges, though, is if we move the pole into the pads, well, it can hit the crossbar. So last second, we need to throw it on back so it doesn't knock that pole over. So one of those tricks. But here we go. We're getting started. We've got Jack up. First attempt on pit 2. Here he goes. Over 3 foot 6 inches. And he clears it. First clearance. He now has a PR. Congratulations, Jack. First PR of the day. Jack, right off the bat, his first competition ever. That kid is stoked. He has been eyeing that candy all morning long. Okay, so with that, the bar is going to be moving for pit 2, moving up to 4 feet for him. Four feet for Jack. Here we go. Here he comes. First attempt at 4 feet. Let's see if he can do it. And he's way over it. And the bar stays on. Pit 2 still doing their, or pit 1 still doing their little poop chat here, getting all the rules in and everything. Make sure they're all pumped and ready. With that, pit 2, we're going to move to 4 foot 6 inches. I like it when I'm only watching one competition at a time and announcing for one. This is a lot easier to keep track of, and there's only one athlete in right now. Here he comes, first attempt, 4 foot 6 inches. Oh, and he knocks it down, swings right into the bar. Need to get a little bit more swing to get some more hip height on that one. For those familiar with pole vault, you might be able to notice the pole he is using, and this is pretty classic for coaches getting their kids started real young. That right there looks like his pole is an old broken crossbar. They work great. You know, Mondo Duplantis, world record holder, multi-time world record holder, held it for, started off this exact same way using a crossbar. Oh, he had the hip height for that one. If he can get that turn in or just get that pole out of the way, he's got this height. That was his second attempt. So we're going into third attempt here. Third and final attempt at 4 foot 6 inches for Jack. Looks like the girls are getting started here. With the girls, who are we starting off with? All right, we've got Aubrey Hodgkin up. Ava Richards on deck. And that looks like it. We've got just Aubrey and Ava up on pit 1. Oh, and that'll be it for Jack. Congratulations, Jack, on a double PR. First competition ever. That is awesome. Here we go. We've got Aubrey. And opening height, first attempt at 6 feet. Congratulations, Aubrey. Ava's up now. She's also going for 6 feet for her opening height. Here comes Ava. Easy clearance for Ava, and with that, the bar will be moving up to 6 foot 6 inches for the girls. Whoops. And what are the guys moving to? What? 8 feet. All right, the guys will be moving to 8 feet. Let me just update this view real quick. If my computer will keep up with me. Here we go. At 8 feet, it looks like we've got Mac Eakins up. Here he goes. First attempt at 8 feet. Oh, easy clearance, but just like I was just mentioning, you need to kind of throw that pole back right at the last bit to get that clearance. Aubrey on her first attempt on pit 1. There's the miss there. Had some decent hip height there, but it looks like she can keep pressure on that pole, keep that pole moving into the pads a little bit more effectively. Ava coming in, 6'6", first attempt. Who's this boy we got? Ryan Tullis is up on pit 2. And it looks like pit 1, Ava makes it clear over that. Pit 1. Here he comes, first attempt at 8 feet. Ooh, a little under at takeoff, meaning his takeoff foot was a little in front of his takeoff hand. Looks like maybe a little bit late to get those hands all the way up, ready for that plant, but he still was able to make it work, walking on over that. We got Aubrey's second attempt, I believe, and she gets a clearance. Okay, with that, the bar should be moving to 7 feet for pit 1, I believe, right? And those watching are going to have to bear with me a little bit. I'm watching 2 pits on opposite sides of the runway and trying to keep track of both. We'll do our best. Mac has a second miss here at 8 feet. Pit 1 moving to 7 feet. Aubrey up. Ava on deck. Abby on hold, I believe is what I heard. That was Ryan, right? Possibly. Double check that with Bob, make sure you know. All right, that was actually Ryan, I believe, who just cleared that height at 8 feet. I'm a little just double checking our schedule here. Looks like Ava got her clearance. First attempt again at 7 foot. She's doing awesome right now. Huge clearance. Oh, and there it is. You gotta throw that pole back on pit 2 there to get that clearance. On pit 1, we've got Abby up. First attempt at 7 feet. Abby with the clearance at 7 feet. Did Ellie change? Oh, 7-6. All right, we've got Piper Crawford on pit 1, about to go from Colorado. Bar wasn't set. Okay, looks like on pit 1 we actually had a little bit of an error. The bar was not actually moved up to 7 feet. It was still at 6'6". So Ava and Abby will have attempts at that again in a second here. Here goes Hannah Putnam. This is so hard to watch. Do you want to announce the other side? Here we go. Let's do this. Let's just get a little set up here. I'm going to have Sutton help me out here, one of our coaches. Let's see if I... Let's get this adjusted there. Okay, it should be on. Yep.
Boop, boop. Okay. So I believe that was Caden Erickson on pit 2, and he just cleared his opening at 8 feet.
All right, there we go. This will be moderately easier now if I can just catch up with all of this. All right, looks like on pit 1, we've got Aubrey.
And on pit 2, Dakota Helm just clear on his first attempt.
And now we've got Ava up.
So we're going back up on pit 2 for Mac for his third attempt at 8 feet.
Ava with the clearance at 7 feet there. That does count as her first attempt because the bar was not placed properly.
There we go. Mac cleared that time. He got his pull thrown low enough and got the hip height to get over there. This is Cade Scott, his second attempt. And he cleared that beautifully.
A little under on that takeoff.
Yeah, a little bit under for Danny. So Danny is the only one left in on pit 2 for this height, and so he's going to take his time and figure out what he wants to do, if he wants to move his standards or if he just is going to change something else on his vault, and then he will be up.
That was Aubrey with a clearance of 7 feet, matching her PR. Looks like Hannah Putnam is up 7 feet on pit 1. Ooh, Hannah not ready for that takeoff. Slid her grip right at the plant. Her grip just slid down the pole, and definitely did not have enough for that with that takeoff.
With Danny, he just had a late plant, and so when he planted, it caught underneath the pit instead of going into the box and yanked the pole from his hand.
All right, with that, we've
Unfortunately, that does count as a miss, so Danny will not be able to jump on the next heights.
All right, moving to 7 foot 6 inches on pit 1. Aubrey's up, going for a PR jump here. And that is a miss.
Pit 2 is going to go up to 8.6, and we're going to start out with Mac Eakins and then Jorgen Anderson.
Pit 1, we've got Ava Richards going right now. Miss. Next up, we've got Abby Wilson up. Ellie Eakins on deck. Piper Crawford on hold. Are we at 8.6 here now?
Yes.
Whoops.
We just
Sorry,
barely went up. That was the first jump.
Okay.
Okay, now we have Jorgen Anderson over on pit 2, and then we'll be followed by Ryan Tollis.
Abby with the clearance. Ellie up. Piper on deck. It looks like Avery on hold for pit 1.
There we go. There we go. Okay, we are going to Cade Scott, and then we are going to go to Jesus Perez.
Piper Crawford on the runway. Here she comes. Maybe a tiny bit late on that plant. She was getting flung up on the top there, which is just telling me that she might have not been moving quite as evenly with the pole.
Nice.
Avery Earl up. Kimberly Hull on deck, Piper Van Leeuwen on hold. Avery Earl a little late on that plant. When you're late on that plant, those hips move a little too quickly, so your center of mass gets a little ahead of the pole there, and it's hard to move that pole once again into the pads.
There we go.
Huge clearance on pit 2 there. That was awesome. See if we can get him to turn.
Yeah.
Kimberly's up. Kimberly with an easy clearance.
We've got Caden over here on pit 2.
Piper on pit 1, about ready to go. Ooh. And that is why those front buns exist. Still a nice landing.
Right.
He is fine.
Never fun when you land on that crossbar, though.
No. Crossbars are not comfortable. Piper going for her attempt, first attempt. Ooh, she also was not ready for that plant. Just that grip slid on down. Really just got to punch those hands tall. With that, we're moving to second attempts on pit 1. Aubrey up, Ava on deck, and Piper on hold.
We've got Dakota going on pit 2.
Ooh, very late plant, but he was able to pull that off.
Yeah, he's still able to work with that.
That was impressive. Not as good of an attempt from Aubrey on that one as her first attempt. She's got one more though. Let's see if she can put it together. Get some good suggestions from her coach.
So we have Mac Eakins going here. If he's able to clear this 8.6, then this will be a new PR for him.
Ava with a little bar love there.
It's all right, Mac still has one more attempt at this height.
Piper Crawford up next,
And
I
we
believe.
have Kaden Erickson up next for the boys.
Yep. Piper up, Avery on deck, and Piper on hold. So it's Piper Crawford, Avery Earl, Piper Van Leeuwen on hold. That's fun. We've got 2 Pipers on that pit.
Yeah.
That's kind of rare.
They were having a hard time with that a minute ago. Oh.
Nice clean turn. Needs to keep moving those, moving that pole a little bit.
Yeah.
Piper got a good clearance.
Yeah, they were calling the Pipers by their last names since
That
needs
works.
to be a
You got to do that
distinguished
so often. Usually not with Piper though.
Right? That's not a super common name.
Here we go. We get there's Sutton. There's the other one announcing for everyone watching.
Hello.
So you can see put a face with the voice.
Hopefully I'm talking a little bit loud enough. I'm trying to speak up.
It's working. At least I think I hear it. I'm getting the playback here. It's really
okay.
fun to hear myself like a minute or 2 later and then hear you.
Oh, that was what I was talking about a second ago.
And Piper with the clearance, even with her hands slipping down a little bit there.
Oh, and a miss for Mac.
So we're going for 3rd attempts here. Is that
Yeah, that's
3?
3rd attempt.
Oh,
Yeah.
3rd and final for Mac. That's a bummer. He is not stoked about that. It's okay.
And we
Mac's
have 3rd
still
attempt
got lots
for-
of time.
Yep, and 3rd attempts now for Kaden Erickson.
3rd attempts, Aubrey Hodgkin. Oh, that was a beautiful 3rd attempt. That was considering her first 2 attempts, that was an absolutely great attempt to miss on. Oh my gosh, that was such a good jump. Whatever she talked to with her coach, very awesome improvements there. looking forward to seeing her continue to jump more and more in the future. But that'll be it for Aubrey today. Avery Earl, also third and final attempt.
There we go.
Let's see if Avery, oh, and that is not cool. Unfortunately, that is a no height for Avery Earl. Man, she was feeling good in warm-ups, but that is unfortunate to see.
The standards on pit 2 will be moving up to 9 feet.
Thank you. And 8 feet for pit 1.
And that was a PR for Jorgen Anderson at 8.6, but we're hopeful that he will continue to make more PRs throughout the meet.
Double PR. Let's go. All right, at 8 feet, we've got Ava Richards up, Abby Wilson on deck, Ellie on hold. Ooh. That looked like she was just, something was not feeling right down the runway and she just stopped. That is unfortunately something that happens. With that, we've got Abby up, Ellie on deck, and Piper Crawford on holds for pit 1.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice
She slowed up
clearance.
a little bit there at the end with like getting those hands up a little too early, and to counterbalance all that weight of the pole, she kind of gets back on her heels, but great attack into it still. Here we go, pit 2.
Nice
Awesome.
first clearance by Jorgen. That is a double PR for him.
Awesome, love to see that. Double PRs. Ellie's up, here she comes. This is Mac's sister. Oh, and dang, she is looking good today.
Ryan Toulis, if he's able to clear this height, he will have a PR as well. Look at that.
PRs.
We love those. We gotta get a cowbell for next year.
Yeah,
Every time. Just,
there are a lot of clubs that do the PR bell.
yeah, that'd be fun. Especially at a meet.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Here we go. Piper Crawford. That's a miss on first attempt. Not a bad jump. Needs to keep swinging up. She looks like she came out of that swing a little early. With that, we've got Bella Kate
Let's see, that was
Tellis up next. Kimberly Hall on deck. Piper Van Leeuwen on hold.
pit 2. That was a miss for Cade Scott. Now we have Cedar Thomas up. This is his first jump of the day.
There's Bella Kate, first jump of the day, and a little slow on that attack into the plant.
And a great clearance by Cedar.
I think Bella will have it on her next. Bella Kate will have it on her next attempt. She's got that. She'll pull it together. Kimberly Hall up next. Piper Van Leeuwen on deck with Liesel Ford on hold. Let's go. Here's Kimberly. Ooh. Planted maybe a little to the side. Looks like she was swinging around the pole instead of swinging up to the pole a little bit there.
That was a miss for Jesus.
On pit 1, we're still on first attempts at 8 feet here. Piper Van Leeuwen up. Liesel Ford on deck. Sydney Kennett on hold. Here goes Piper. once again slipped her
Gotta get
grip.
those
She
hands
slipped
up.
down like a whole foot.
Yeah.
She's taking off with her grip about right here, and all that force coming into it is just yanking.
Yep. Kind of a similar situation there with Caden, just not getting his hands up quite on time. He's holding on to the pole, but
His hips are getting
Late.
yanked up because of it
Yep.
instead, yeah. So those are kind of the two options if those hands are late. It's usually either hips are gonna get yanked up, and now you're not moving with the pole, or those hands are just gonna slide, you know, rip those calluses off.
it's the most fun thing that can happen.
So fun. There's Liesel, or like we like to call her, Liesel Diesel, killing it. First attempt at her opening height. Sydney Kennett up next before we move on to second attempts. Let's see if I can't adjust this. This is going to be horrible.
Oh, that's
Because
okay.
that
I'm
glare.
not that exciting, so I don't need to be in the video.
Maybe for the next session we'll tweak it just slightly.
If you say so.
It's nice to see who's talking.
That's true.
It does help. Instead of like seeing me and then hearing two
And a
voices,
voice.
it's a little weird. And the voice. There she goes, Sydney, first attempt at her opening height. Clears it. Those Colorado girls, they know how to jump in some altitude as well. Here we go, second attempts. Ava Richards up, Piper Crawford on deck, Bella Kate Teas on hold. I think she actually pronounced it Teles when she introduced herself. But
There we go. He's throwing his own style in there.
Yeah.
Dakota Helm.
you could see he also kind of had a little bit of a late plant. Those hips just moved so quickly, but he just pivoted his body into that turn early to get his hips up. It was very interesting. Not the ideal technique, but we'll take it. It gets bars.
Right.
Gets bars.
It gets bars. Piper just kind of skimmed that with her hip.
Yeah, maybe coming out of it just a little early. Just keep swinging up. Yeah, there's definitely no points in pole vault for how good your vault looks. It's just,
Yep.
did you clear it? It's very, very objective.
That was a miss.
Here we go.
Cade Scott. He's got one more attempt at this height.
Bella Kate, second attempt, followed by Kimberly Hall. Bella Kate with a clearance, second attempt. Like I said, that first one, not really feeling it. She just needed, you know, she had it. She had to remind herself how to do that after a little break from warm-ups. Kimberly up, Piper Van Leeuwen on deck before we go to third attempts at 8 feet.
Much better plant from Jesus this time.
Much
but
better.
just didn't swing.
Yeah, he got crazy penetration on it. He got
Yeah.
deep into the pads. So we'll see what.
He probably just isn't used to feeling that, and so it
Yeah.
took him off guard and just stalled himself
It's a challenge.
out
You
there.
completely change it, the plant. You just improve it, and it's
Yep.
going to change how the pole rolls into the pads.
But it's so good and so exciting when that happens.
Yeah, that was a good miss.
Yeah.
Make those
That
corrections.
was a
It's
good
miss.
miss.
Ooh, Kimberly with a miss. Piper up. Van Leeuwen.
Man.
He's kind of blocking out a little bit on that jump, it looks like.
Oh,
Meaning
I
that
didn't catch
bottom
that.
hand just getting locked out, not letting him pivot up with that pole. Oh, and a miss from Piper as well. As we go into third and final attempts at 8 feet here, we'll have Ava Richards up, Piper Crawford on deck, Kimberly Hall on hold, followed by Piper Van Leeuwen.
And for this second attempt, we have Nick Wilding bringing the speed.
You know, I like his style. I think he planned that outfit like thoroughly this last night or something. Like it's a good look.
I think he takes pride in the way that he dresses, for sure.
The shirt matches the shoes, the shorts match the hat. I like his style. Unfortunately, that will be it for Ava Richards. She finished with the best today of 7 foot 6 inches, which still is a PR for her. Had some good attempts at 8 feet, so awesome. Good to see.
And over on pit 2, we have third attempts with Cade Scott at 9 feet.
Oh!
Looks like he just came
so
out of that
close.
just a tiny bit
Just a
early.
tiny bit.
Scraped it with his toe.
Oh man, that was rough to watch. Oh! And Piper Crawford as well with such a close miss. Did not want to see that, but oh, that was a good jump though.
Okay, and then also third attempts, we have Jesus. I'm excited.
Trying to announce the up on deck on hold just so because they can't see runway. There it is!
Whoa.
Sneaking away from it. Little high jump style.
Yeah, he still got that bend on there, and so he was able to incorporate the last 2 jumps.
Wasn't exactly sure what to do with it, but he made it work. I like it. He's been training hard lately here at the club. Kimberly up. Piper Van Leeuwen on deck. Ooh.
Oh, we don't have any cameras right here facing you.
There we go. Little awkward plant from Kimberly, but she pulled it off with some serious speed down that runway. And Piper Van Leeuwen, our last attempt here at 8 feet before we move up.
Oh, and that was third attempt from...
Getting crazy deep, sitting into it really.
Yeah, that was Caden Erickson.
Did you see that time how he's just really blocking out there? That bottom arm just not allowing his hips to move up as smoothly. Unfortunate to see. Oh, and Piper also going out at 8 feet. She's not going to be happy about that one with her PR.
Okay, so pit 2, we are moving over to 9-6, and we'll have Jorgen Anderson, Ryan Tullis, and Cedar Thomas up first.
All right, bars moving up on both pits here. 8-6 on pit 1 and 9-6 on pit 2. Pit 1, we're going to have Abby Wilson up, Ellie Eakins on deck, Bella Kate Telles on hold, followed by Kimberly Hall, Liesl Ford, and Sydney Kennett. I just got to get a picture of this. Here we go. Abby's about to go. I got to get a. Here we go. Abby coming out of it a little early. I liked her finish with the handstand. That was fun. Rolling out of it. Here we go. Pit 2, and he brings it. Oh!
Broadened the speed, but just didn't quite feel right. And
not
because
ready
he
for
did
that.
not cross the plane or leave the ground, he's clear to take a first attempt.
Yeah, the official made the call that even though he kind of stepped onto the pads, he definitely made a clear attempt to stop. He tried to do his best, and he just kind of relaxed that last second as he walked out of it. Ellie getting an awesome clearance there for a PR jump for Ellie. Congratulations, Ellie. 6-inch PR. Bella Kate Tejas up. Tennis. Kimberly Hall on deck. Liesl Ford on hold. Ryan.
There we go. He's bringing his own pizzazz
Nice
in there.
180 over that. There we go, Bella Kate. Coming off to the side, she's got some good swing there. Planted off to the side a little bit, which propelled her off to the side. But other than that, a pretty jump, couple adjustments, and I think she's got it.
Up next on pit 2, we have Cedar Thomas. Then we're going to have Jesus Perez and Nicholas Wilding.
Aw, Dave, I don't know when you commented, but thank you. You're awesome too. And Wendy, you are welcome. I just remembered that there are comments that I can look at on YouTube. Here comes Kimberly Hall on pit 1. Ooh, not the takeoff we've been seeing from her. Liesl Ford up, Sydney Kennett on deck, pit 1. Easy clearance for Liesl, looking great today. Sydney Kennett up next before we move to second attempts at 8'6". For all of you watching, if you're from out of state, you ever come to one of our meets again, you'll see above me, we like to represent all of the athletes and where they come from or where they go. We've got college jerseys, shirts, and high school teams. We like to represent those. So next time you're in town, if we don't have yours up on our wall, come bring me a jersey. We'd love to represent you guys.
Nicholas Wilding. I totally missed Jesus' jump. Did you catch his?
Nope. We might be able to see it on the instant replay here.
No. Oh,
right here.
All right, this way.
Sydney had an awesome clearance. Those drift motion girls from Colorado are looking good today. Abby coming up on second attempt, followed by Bella Kate and Kimberly.
No, I did miss it. There we go. Dakota was just a little bit under on his jump as well. His hands were just a little bit yanked back behind him, but made it work. Had a good clearance.
Here comes Abby. Now you see how she usually gets those hands into that plant position a little too early. She kind of pauses right here for a second. It slows her up. She comes in with so much speed, but it slows her up last second there. And see if she can make those adjustments. Coaches are reviewing the video from that one. Make sure they can give her the proper adjustment she needs. We've got our very own Porter Westerland coaching her out. And also Ann Janae helping out as one of our coaches as well, giving her some tips. Bella Kate about to go. On pit 2, we've got Alex Crapo and our very own, of course, Cody Pierce, the owner of the club, coaching on this side. Bella Kate. Ooh, she was not feeling that one. It looked good at the whole setup. Last second, she wasn't feeling good. She looked a little stressed on the back of the runway. I don't know if that's getting to her. Jesus on pit 2. Let's see if we can keep up with that plant. Oh, yeah.
There we go. We can just get him to
He's
turn.
getting this dialed. I'm loving seeing that. Another PR, Jesus.
Nice.
This is a good day. We've had lots of PRs today, so loving it. Kimberly with the miss as we move into our third and final attempts for Abby, Bella Kate, and Kimberly.
And second attempts on pit 2, we have Jorgen Anderson and just him.
Third attempt's always tough.
But this
You
one's
get a little
second.
stressed on this pit.
Oh, this.
Always
I guess
tough.
I could follow
Because
that.
they either like get super intense and go crazy fast, completely change their vault, or sometimes they just get stressed and tense up a little, which slows their run down. So hopefully they can keep that good energy, relax, be tall at takeoff, right?
Right.
Oh, is that a miss?
It was
Going
a
for
miss.
third attempt then.
Yep.
Okay.
And since it's just Jorgen in, he'll have just a minute to recoup, talk with his coach, figure out his game plan for this last jump at this height,
Yep.
and be able to
Hopefully he
make a plan
can pull
for,
it together.
Yep. Make a plan for more.
This is like the most stressful part as a coach. Third attempts. Will I say what they can actually change this last bit? Whatever feedback I can give to just make it happen.
Yep.
Just a million things we could say. Here we go, Bella Kate. Let's get it, girl. Relax. Let's go. You got it. Come on, be tall. There it is. Oh, beautiful hip height. Might have, it's hard to tell from this angle, but she might have just come down on a little bit. Standards may be placed in the wrong spot, but that was a good miss. I really like that miss.
Okay, and Jorgen Anderson is starting his run right now.
Come on, Jorgen. From Idaho, I believe. There it is. Yep, coach is giving a good smile there. Always a good sigh of relief when it works. Kimberly Hall, third and final attempts here before we move up.
And over on pit 2, they're going to give their incoming athletes some run-throughs so that they can get their legs warmed up before they continue to crush their poles.
Yeah. Well, they have been sitting for about half an hour now since warm-up, so it's important to make sure everything's still dialed in. Here we go, Kimberly's about to go. Hopefully those athletes on pit 2 have done a good job at staying warm, keeping those muscles warm. That's unfortunately a miss for Kimberly as well. With that, the bar is going to be moving to 9 feet in pit 1. He looks warm.
Yes, he did.
He got some deep penetration into those pads.
I was just trying to figure out what this kid's name is because that looked great.
Yes. Girls also getting run-throughs right here. The girls coming in at 9 feet. We've got Kennedy Benjamins and Katerina Aguero. Those are from Drift Motion, Colorado. Take one. These are guys and the girls. We were just looking at these awesome stickers brought to us by our Drift Motion friends from Colorado. Pole vault is life. And that's one of my favorite hashtags to use on Instagram. Pole vault is life. Because here at Utah Pole Vault Academy, we are trying to live up to that. We've actually started recently a weekly adult session. So we actually have every Wednesday night at 6:45, adults only. These are post-college athletes. Most of them are, coming back, haven't vaulted for 5, 10, even 20 years, getting back into it, or even never vaulted before and just wanting to start. And it's our group. We always joke, in order to be a part of that group, you have to have some sort of hurt, right? I pulled my hamstring the other day and I fit right in. We're all just getting a little bit older. We got to be a little bit more careful in taking care of ourselves when we're vaulting. And it's tough. The older you get, the less you bounce back from things. And we've got our adult sessions. Feel free to contact us on Instagram. Shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at utahpolevault@gmail.com to ask us about details for our adult night. Okay, like I said, mostly post-college age athletes. Primarily the key indicator there is that you are no longer a competing athlete. You're no longer middle school, high school, or college-aged vaulter, right? You're not actively competing intensely and, going to make the rest of us old farts look bad. So we can all have a good time together and support each other in our success. It's also where a lot of our coaches come and jump. So we've got plenty of coaches to give some feedback for you if you want to come join us Wednesday nights, 6:45, every Wednesday. Let us know if you want to get some details on that. We'll put you in the group chat so you can know, randomly we might have some cancellations when everyone can't make it, because we're adults and we have busy lives and work and all sorts of stuff. Also, even more fun than that, once a month, parent night. We do a parent clinic. Our next parent clinic is August 19th. That's August 19th, okay? We have our parent night, and the parent night is if you've got an athlete who is currently competing, right, in high school, middle school, college, whatever. You've been watching, maybe they just started, you just started watching, maybe they've been jumping for years, and you want to understand the pole vault better. You have the opportunity to come. So August 19th is our next one. Shoot us a message to get some more details on that. Great date night. It's a Friday night. They'll be, I believe, at 7 p.m. So awesome date night. You can come on out. We'll talk about the pole vault. We'll try and understand the pros and cons about technique and understand what you're actually looking at. Things that I'm trying to help share with you guys today over the live stream, like how do I choose how to set the standards? What do I understand about that grip height or pole selection? Or they landed at this position in the pads versus this position, why? We get into those conversations, as well as give parents the opportunity, if they would like, to actually learn how to pole vault themselves. We'll do some real short approach, real basic drills, so you can kind of get a feel for it as well, as to what we mean by a lot of those technical aspects of the vault. So a lot of fun there. So once again, August 9th, or every Wednesday for adult night in general, so come vault.
All right, over here on pit 2, we have the bar being set up at 10 feet, and we're excited to see Jorgen Anderson, Ryan Tullis, Cedar Thomas, Jesus Perez, Carlos Espinoza, Nicholas Wilding, Dakota Helm, Eli Johnson, Tommy Ulrich, Talon Erickson, Devin Pierce, and Jackson Pullman.
Nice. Go Devin Pierce. The owner's son. We finally got one of his kids to jump. Pit 1, Katarina's up. Sydney just had a great easy clearance. In my little spiel, I might have been not paying attention. The girl's already going. I just saw warming up still. Okay, here we go. Let's get back in it. Katarina, easy clearance. She looked lazy over the top there, but it was so easy. Anyways, that tiny little rant all started with this sticker. Thank you. Drift motion.
We'll make sure to @ you in our posts.
Love having them come out. Drift motion and Gravo's gang coming out from out of state. Always fun to have them. Ooh. That looked like Ellie got on a little bit bigger of a pole there.
That was a great clearance by Ryan Tullis. We could just get him to rock back and turn. Be able to crank him out after this.
Is there any chance we can get this printed bigger for the next one? Even with these, it's hard for me to see it. Thank you.
Cedar Thomas. Oh, he
See,
just
clean
let
up
that
those
right
feet.
leg come out of it just a little bit early
Yeah.
and just hooked it.
Gotta work that right over left.
Yep.
Drive knee came down on it. It was weird. Ellie going for third and final attempts at 9 feet for a double PR. Let's see if she can pull it together here.
And over on pit 2, we have Jesus, Carlos, and Nicholas.
I just caught myself slouching. Bad. I'm a pole vaulter. Gotta be tall. Good posture. Because Ellie's last at this height. Very good.
Carlos is working his speed in that plant.
Oh, such a huge smile. Would love to see that. Ellie being the only one for the last attempt there, she's got, you know, a little bit extra time to just breathe between jumps.
Where are they at with the girls? Where are they at?
9 feet?
Are they done? Or
No.
They're still going strong.
Ellie's got a moment. She just had an attempt. She's got to breathe.
First or second?
Third. She's going for third.
Oh, not quite there for Carlos on that jump.
All right, Ellie just steps back on the runway here. She looks ready.
So I was talking with his coach, and his coach is saying that he's rushing his vault a little bit. He's not allowing himself that time to swing upside down all the way before he completes and comes out of his jump to clear the bar.
And that'll be it for Ellie today. Great jumping. She got her PR. Looks like it might have gotten in her head a little bit, that last bar being a double PR height, and also it looks like she might have gotten on a bigger pole. Always a little bit hard to work through that mentally.
Nick's just trying to snake his way over the crossbar on that one. Okay, up next on pit 2 we have
Are we at 10
Dakota,
feet?
Eli, and Tommy. Yes.
Whoops. Thank you for that comment. I am not keeping up with this the best. I changed the girls. I forgot to change the guys.
That'll get ya.
10 feet. Thank you for that comment. There was a question from Sean Spencer if we're starting the second session still at 12:30. That is the plan because I posted that. We will not start early. If we do end early somehow, we will have just a little bit of a breather between sessions. But just because that was the published time, we can't start early because some people might show up at that time. Okay, looks like on the girls' pit 1, we are going to 9.6 now.
Oh. Great jump from Eli Johnson. Just didn't quite get that pole thrown.
We did give the girls the option to go at 9 feet to now progress 3 inches at a time. And they all chose to pass that height, so they're going to 9.6. It's a miss by Liesl Ford, just barely tapped it. Oh man. She looks confident she's got this though. Kennedy Benjamins. First attempt at 9.6, so Kennedy up, Sydney on deck, Kat on hold. That was scary.
By Tommy Ulrich.
He looks fine, just a little
Shaken.
shaken, which is fair.
Understandably.
He just did a backflip, not on purpose.
Yes. It always sucks when that happens too, though, because you just
Gets in
wish
your
that
head.
they could redo that and
Yeah.
not have that happen, but does count as a miss, unfortunately.
There you go, Kenny Benjamin. Easy clearance.
This is Talon Erickson up, and next, oh yeah, I got that clearance easy from Talon.
Huge clearance
I think he just
on
needed a
both
confidence
sides. Saw the pole tap that one on the way down for Sydney, just barely, and she got a little nervous, but that's clearance. At 9.6, so she just matched her PR, so did Kennedy. All these girls except for Kat. Kat's got a PR of 9.8, so this is kind of basically matching PR for all these girls right now, which is exciting for them. Looking good. Here comes Kat.
That was a great jump by Jackson Pullman over on pit 2.
Little low in his posture at takeoff, but he was able to really swing with that pretty well.
Yeah.
Something to work on for sure, though. Here comes Kat. Good plant. Nice.
And it looks like Dallin and Isaac actually are not jumping or Devin and Isaac are not jumping today.
Or yet?
No.
Maybe
Well,
they
oh, no,
decided to
Isaac-
come in.
Isaac is coming in at the next.
Yeah,
right?
maybe Devin passed.
Maybe. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully
All right,
they didn't
Liesel.
hurt themselves on
There
warm-ups.
you go, Liesel Diesel attacking it. Oh, so close. She's got one more attempt here. I think she can pull it together. Looks like coach is looking for a pole adjustment on that.
Yummy. Okay, so we have Cedar Thomas up on pit 2, and then Nicholas Wilding and Dakota Helm.
Coach Aunt Janae is just giving a look over at what poles we can most effectively shift for Liesel. Ooh.
A little bit under there for Cedar.
Not what we want to see there for Cedar. When we're talking about under, like I said, if here's the pole, we want our body posture, takeoff from top hand to foot, to be a nice line. Okay? If we have our foot kind of under, what that happens is it puts our body positioning here, and we naturally just start swinging here off the pole instead of moving that pole into the pads. And we saw that very clearly with Cedar there, that the pole really didn't get any progress moving into the pads at all. He didn't get very deep at all. I like how snappy his turn is.
He has a great turn.
Very good control. You can see that very, very active, very aware, right over left, snapping into that. And it's just a very good Michael Jackson move right there. You snap that right over left, and it just gets everything to turn on out.
So it looks like, based on my sheet, that Carlos actually came in 6 inches above his PR.
That's awesome.
So-
I mean, he has been putting in a lot of work at practices lately.
He can definitely clear it. Hopefully we can see him make that on his next attempt.
Ooh,
And
that was a
great clearance
clean
over by
turn.
Nicholas. That
Good
was a clean
progress.
turn, super clean.
Good progress in his jump right there. Here comes Liesel, third and final. She had a big smile on her face right before the jump, and oh! That was a good jump, though. I will say that was a real solid jump, but that'll be it for Liesel. And the girls are going to be moving to I believe 9.9. We're just going to check to see if they're going to pass, but they have the opportunity to go to 9.9, only 3 inches up to go for a PR jump for all of these girls.
That was a clean jump. That was clean.
Huge penetration there. Man, he landed all the way in the back of the coach's box there. Might need the next pole up depending on where his standards are. All right, so if that pole's a little too soft, he's getting great, rolling that pole over real easy. Standards placement can be anywhere from 45 centimeters behind the box to 80 centimeters behind the box. I don't know where he was at. My guess is he was all the way back at 80, which means for the next bar, he's going to need some more pole, which is awesome. All right, we've got the confirmation from the official on pit 1. These girls want a full send. They're moving to 10 feet.
It's actually a pretty solid attempt from Tommy there after his last jump.
Very, considering getting flung all over the place, holding that head game strong.
Still a miss, but much, much better.
Yes, I will take it. I'm excited for these girls right now, passing to 10 feet. Here we go. On pit 1, we've got Kennedy up, Sydney on deck, Kat on deck.
Oh, and that is too bad. Jorgen Anderson did not clear his 10-foot attempts, but he did walk away with a double PR at 9.6 today. Good job, Jorgen.
Not quite the same turn that we saw from Kennedy earlier. Plant takeoff might have been a little off. It's hard to see from this angle. I tried to get these cameras best placed so we can really see the vault. Ideally, we want to see from the side, but we're doing our best. Here comes Sydney, attacking at 10 feet. Oh, getting a little hung up there, a little bit stiff of a pole possibly. Looks like she got a little yanked. Penultimate step being a little slow on that takeoff, maybe a little flat-footed possibly. Coach is going to make some adjustments. Looks like they're looking at her grip on the pole and everything. Giving her some suggestions on how to really hit it. Here goes Kat. First attempt at 9 feet. Her PR's 9.8. Like I said, all these girls at least declared their PR at 9.6. They're going for a huge PR jump right now.
And over here on pit 2, we have Carlos up for his attempt right now. And then it's going to be Dakota and Tommy. Unfortunately, that is a no height for Carlos. He's been working so hard, so that's a bummer to see him not clear that height.
Get some great attempts, too.
Yeah.
Great attempts. He's pretty bummed, it looks like, but he came in above his PR, right?
If
Bold
what's
move.
on my paper is correct, yes.
Bold move, but I mean, when you're putting in the work and you're feeling good for it, it's, you know, sometimes it's worth that gamble. So many things can happen, though. All right, we're going into second attempts. Kennedy up, Sydney on deck, Kat on hold, 10 feet on pit 1. Dakota. Oh, so close.
Looked like he kind of stuttered on his attempt there, so he didn't get that full acceleration that he has
all the way
been
through.
having.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that third?
Yep.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately. Ooh, much better attempt from Kennedy. Get some great hip height, good turn. Just maybe need to snap that pike even tighter to get that bar in the right place with respect to the body. Getting that nice piked out position allows that center of mass to rise on up, so then your center of mass is actually higher than the bar. That's the ideal. Make it work smarter, not harder.
And that's the trick.
And that's the trick. I am so corny. Sydney, also a miss. Looked a little slow into that turn.
Tommy.
That is some awesome recovery. There we go.
That's what
He
we
needed
like
that
to
for
see.
confidence.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Sydney, a little slow over that bar on the last one. She's got one more attempt. Here we go, Kat's second attempt. If Kat can get this, it puts her into first place on attempts here. She can get it on her second attempt since the other two girls have missed it on second attempt. Here we go. Can we pull it together? We did a pull adjustment and everything for this.
All right, so over here on pit 2, we are moving up to 10-6. We've got a couple of run-throughs for our last two athletes that are coming in now. We've got Devin Pierce and Isaac Richards.
Here we go. Kat's ready on the runway. Good speed, good timing on that plant. Maybe a little late on that plant, just barely, but wow. I like her speed coming down. She's trying to get used to a new pole here. We're now going to third and final attempts. Kennedy up, Sydney on deck, Katarina on hold. Third and final attempts at 10 feet. Here Kennedy goes. Oh, and that'll be a miss for Kennedy at 10 feet. Sydney up, Kat on deck. All right, just spoke with the official to confirm. Right now, Kennedy, Sydney, and Katarina have made all of their bars on first attempt. So if it comes down to everyone getting out, we've got third attempts here. Sydney's on up right now, Kat on deck. If they all miss, we could go into a jump off here because they are currently all tied for first. And Sydney moves herself into first place with that jump right there. Awesome. And a new PR for first place and new PR. Let's see if Kat can put on the challenge for her. We're hoping for Kat to get an awesome PR right here. Let's see her. She's had 2 attempts to learn this new pole and learn to trust it. Let's see if she can really attack it, bring the heat, and put some pressure on Sydney here for this competition. So in pole vault, we don't like allowing a first place tie. We can tie second place, we can tie third or any other place, not first. We have to have a jump off if we tie. We'll see. Kat, hopefully she could relax here and just really attack it. Lot of pressure right now.
So for the people who don't know, what happens if...
Oh my gosh! And now we are still tied for first place for the girls. This is beautiful. 2 PRs, tied for first place. We're gonna see what we put for the next bar. I don't know.
So for those who don't know, what happens when there is the jump off and neither of them clear the next height? Does that, if that were to happen?
Yes. So if they still continue being same attempts, the entire way through the competition, same number of attempts, then it is going to go down to a jump off. So what we do for a jump off is they get to go down to the previous height and go for the attempts at that again. And it goes down to, it's kind of a game of endurance. So once they get out, if they both have still same attempts, it goes down to a game of endurance, who can get that bar still, and then it moves. If they can both get it on the same attempt, then the bar moves up again.
Heck yeah.
And so we get this back and forth game. It's real interesting. Doesn't happen too often, but we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with the bar on this next height. And I will let you guys know the second I know.
Yeah.
Apparently we put the bar up and I missed that. I don't think it was you.
All right, I just got the words from the official. Pit 1, they're moving the bar to 10 foot 3 inches.
And on pit 2, both Ryan and Jesus cleared their bars and we are going up to 11 feet. Well,
wait.
He wanted to move to 11. I'm not sure what's going on now.
Did we skip 10-6?
No. No. I'm not sure. Not sure what Bob's talking about. We're still at 10-6.
Are we at 10-6?
Yes.
Okay.
A miss from Nicholas. Man, that's what we get for talking about food.
Just figuring out what to feed all the officials.
So now.
Wait, did Kat just, or did Sydney just go? We go, Kat's up.
Up right now we have Eli Johnson, and then we'll have Talon and Tyrell.
So in the girls' pit, it's just Sydney Kennett and Katarina Aguero.
Miss from Eli.
Here goes Kat. Ooh, awesome attempt. Slowed up a little bit at the top there. But I loved her takeoff. Just kind of really didn't attack through with that. Needs to get that trail leg back a little bit more to really stretch the core, allow it to snap together. Sydney's up on the runway.
A miss from Tommy Alric. I think I say his name different every time.
I do that with everyone. Here goes Sydney. Kind of sitting on the pole a little bit there, not keeping pressure on the pole the entire time. Kat up. second attempt. This is 2, right?
There we go. We got some bar love for Talon. He scraped it a little bit, but that bar
Right.
still stayed on.
Looks like the bar is set for Cat. Here comes Cat. Oh, good takeoff. Much better on that swing. That's a very close miss right there. Oh my gosh, that was stressful.
Oh.
With that, we're moving to third attempts at 10 foot 3 inches. Sydney up, Cat on deck.
Over here on pit 2, we now have Devin Pierce, Isaac Richards, and Jackson Pullman.
Sydney's ready on the runway. Nice, Devin.
Nice clean jump from Devin Pierce.
Ooh. She's getting rocked back, but coming out of it a little early for Sydney.
Cat. Did you guys switch orders? Did you go first at this height? Oh, okay. So she just. Okay.
Isaac just wasn't quite feeling right on that one, so he stopped and is going back to reset.
Here we go. Cat, third and final attempt at 10 foot 3 inches. This could make or break first place, and she's so close. So close. Hopefully that last one gave her so much confidence that she's just gonna slay it and not blow through. Hopefully she doesn't blow through. Sitting on it there.
Isaac just not quite moving his pull there.
Yeah. Kind of blocked out a little bit, just trying to press those hands forward. Here comes Cat. Here we go. Not the same jump as her second attempt, but awesome jumping. Looks like we might have to have a jump off here. Yep, the official is having a chat with them because we have a jump off. Jump off. For first place, Sydney and Kat, same attempts. They got first attempts on every bar except for that 10-foot bar where they got it on their third attempt, both of them. And since we can't base it off of attempts now, we have to do a jump off.
Go, solid jump from Jackson. Over here we've got Ryan Tullis, Jesus Perez, and then Nicholas Wilding with their second attempts.
Yes. Oh, that's going up on my wall. Pits open at 12:30. All right, what are we doing?
We are going to the jump.
Okay.
Have you explained the jump up to the peeps?
I have explained. We go down a height. Right? We stay at the height. Okay.
One attempt to the height and then one attempt each. They both clear, and then it goes up to 26. But they don't get the 10-6 PR.
They wouldn't get the PR?
They do. It's still an official PR for them.
Competition.
getting messed up. All right. Let's see. For the jump off, they are staying at 10 foot 3 inches. They have one attempt each at 10 foot 3 inches. If one of them makes it, they win. If both of them make it, technically the bar then goes up. If neither one of them make it, then the bar is going to come back down to 10 feet. And then continue from there. If none of them make it, it'll go back to 9 foot 9 inches. So we're going down in that progression. Sydney is on the runway up first. And then Kat. So they both have another attempt for this PR, which is awesome. Thank you. Sydney down the runway. Hitting it strong. Good row. Oh, and a miss. Kat is up on the runway.
Here go Eli Johnson. And it's a make. You can get that right over left for him. He'll be able to keep clearing heights like nothing.
Here's Kat down the runway, very strong down the runway. Good plant, maybe a little late. Oh, and that is a miss. So they both had their first attempt at 10 foot 3 inches. Now the bar will go down to 10 feet again. They've got one attempt. So the bar is just getting reset on pit 1 to go back down to 10 feet. Gotta love a jump off, super fun. So if we also think about the challenge of a jump off.
There we go, great attempt from Tyrell Christensen.
Look closely, you can see he kind of tucks his head to the side a little bit when he plants, off. Which is why he landed so off to the left.
Yep.
I know. Come here real quick. Come here real quick. This will be fun. Ooh, and a miss from Sydney at 10 feet. Okay, how are you feeling, Kat?
Tired. I just want to be done, but I want to win. So
you got it. And you just heard from Kat. That's really what the jump off comes down to is ideally in a competition, an athlete will typically seek for 3 bars clearances, okay? So usually ending at their PR, or if they're feeling real good, maybe just beyond their PR so they can get a PR. Sometimes they go for 4. That could be with 3 attempts each. That could be up to 12 or, yeah, that could be up to like 12 jumps. That's exhausting at full energy. Here we go, Kat on the runway. So she has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 jumps. This is her 12th attempt. Very exhausting. And Sydney came in before her, so, and so that bar continues to go down to 9.9. This is the height that they passed. Okay, let's see. Sydney's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 attempts. Sydney has had 12 attempts. Yep. They gotta be exhausted. So we're going down to 9 foot 9 inches now. Both these girls just digging deep for that first place position. Who gets first? Who gets second? Gotta love this excitement of this competition here.
Here we go,
Which of-
Jesus.
Oh, that was an interesting jump. He's had a lot of jumps too.
Yeah, he has. He came in all the way over at, let's see, he came in at 8 feet. And we are now at 10.6. Let's see. He had 13 attempts.
Wow. Here goes Sydney, 9 foot 9 inches. Oh, and you can see it in her, how tired she is. Down the runway, into the plant, trying to move that pole. She is exhausted right now.
I don't think.
Kat digging deep as well. Here we go. Can she put it together? All it takes is one person clearing the height and not the other one. And then, whew.
Did the other girl clear?
No.
Come on, Cat.
Are we still at 10-6?
Yes. We are dropping off though now.
Here goes Kat. Can she? Oh, no. Wow. Yeah, these girls are both just dead tired with that. The bar's going to move back down to 9 foot 6 inches. Like I said, this is a game of endurance now. It's just who can put the last jump together. Oh my gosh, right now, dude. I want to interview you in a second, okay? Make you famous.
I'm like, if you want, I can show you that commentary on this one.
We got a three-way tie for 9th place.
Right, that's crazy.
Here comes Sydney. Can she pull it together? And she pulls it together. There it is, 9 foot 6 inches. Okay.
That hype clear carried right over for Isaac as well, and he cleared his third attempt at 10.6.
Okay, can Kat put this together? If she can put this jump together, then the bar moves back up to 9 foot 9 inches. And we just get more exhaustion. Oh my gosh. This is tense here.
Come on, Cat, you got it!
The pressure is on. I can't imagine what's going through Kat's mind right now. It would be everything I have just to kind of clear that mind and just do it. And she does it! And the jump off continues. We go back to 9 foot 9 inches. Oh my gosh. This is so tense.
All I have to say is kudos to these girls. That is impressive that they are still going and holding on strong.
Oh my gosh. What is going through their minds right now is, oh my gosh, please, just the other person get out, right?
Right. Pole vault really is just a mind over matter sport, mind over body sport. And this is pushing that to the test right now. Oh.
We're playing the endurance game right now.
Yes. That was Ryan Tullis up at 11 feet. and kind of kick that pole on his way up.
Sure.
Okay, guys, I just have to hit it the same, and then I'll clear it. I just want to win so bad, but I'm so tired. So pray for me, please. My name is Katarina Aguero. Follow me on Instagram, Katarina Aguero1.
You heard it here
Sydney,
first. She wants to win.
Sydney, that is a miss at 9'9", so Kat has got a shot here. If she can pull this 9'9" together, oh man. And you know Sydney wants this too. She is fighting hard.
Let's go, Kat!
Here we go, Kat. She is determined. She is pumped. You know she's gonna hit it hard right here.
Oh, yeah.
So hard. Can she? And Kat takes first place with that jump of 9'9". Solidifies her position in first place. That was such an awesome competition for the girls this morning. Oh my gosh.
That was great.
For those who had an opportunity to watch it, you are lucky to be able to see such a tense competition there. Hopefully I know Sydney didn't want to talk to me during warm-ups, but hopefully I can get her over here to just to see what was going through her mind through all of that. We heard from Kat. Maybe we can hear from Sydney at some point. That was awesome. All right, we're just gonna go through, just double check our placements for all of that. The guys are still finishing up, and then we'll be right back with the girls for awards as soon as we can. Okay, top 5, like I said, top 5 get medals, and PRs get PR candy. Super exciting.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
But the guys are still hitting it hard.
That was jump 15.
That was so cool.
That was her 15th jump. Bar back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you could see it. You can freaking see it.
Warm-ups. They both took a bunch of warm-ups. I was like, that's got to be at least like 20 jumps. Yeah. They were both exhausted. There it is. Oh.
Kat was
Oh,
so
dang it.
determined. She
Missed
kept
there
going,
for
"I gotta talk to the
Tyrell.
teacher. I want this.
Next up, we have Devin Pierce, Isaac Richards, and Jackson Coleman.
Anjanae, can you grab Sydney and see if she would just do like a quick chat with me?
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but I'm guessing that's
She's Sydney, yeah. I just want to do a quick, if we can. Hopefully she's cool with it.
Oh.
Just real quick. All right, we got Sydney coming over here.
What is this? Oh my
Okay, so we're just right here
Oh, I forget
and
about
talking
who's the
right
sign?
here.
Okay.
So,
Where's the signature?
what was going through your mind through that? That looked exhausting. That was, I think I was counting 15 jumps for you.
Oh.
It was pretty
Kind of a
tiring.
sloppy jump there from Devin.
It's just like, come on, I gotta keep going. I gotta stay patient and keep jumping
Just
good.
got super excited and
You
forgot
really
his
wanted
form.
that, right?
Yeah, but second isn't too bad. So.
No, second's not too bad at all. You had some awesome jumps today. That was just impressive to see you girls hitting it. It was first attempt after first attempt, beautiful clearances. Clearly just right at the end, it was just oh man, just exhausted.
Yeah, it got so tiring.
Have you ever had a competition where you've jumped that much?
I don't think so. No.
No. Plus, you came in, so you were at a slight disadvantage there too. You came in a little earlier than Kat, so you had a couple more jumps than her, just competition-wise. Plus, we were watching you during warm-ups. You guys were just hitting it and hitting it. You probably, both of you, at least 20 jumps,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah, definitely. Lots of jumps.
Do you ever get that many in practice?
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
So.
it's not too
No.
different in practice, but you're never hitting it that hard in practice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome. Congrats
Thank
on
you.
second place.
Thank you.
That was some awesome jumping to watch, and I have never seen a jump off go that long.
Podium.
So impressive.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Thank you.
Get on the podium.
There we go. Sydney,
You
heard
can
it from
take
right
those
there
off.
from Drift Motion in Colorado. did awesome jumping today. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Especially at my age, I get exhausted just doing my warm-up. So that was awesome.
Which, actually I need nice snag those sheets for the next group.
Yep.
Because I just want to make sure I got the height progression pieces. Whoa, that's one. And yep. What? Coaching medals? For being the best coach? The best coaches. Let's see what we got available. Alright, and then this one.
Do warm-ups, run-throughs?
12:30.
Hits open?
12:30.
Okay.
Alright, that was our second attempt from Eli. Miss, up next we have Tyrell Christensen, Devin Pierce, Isaac Richards, and then we'll go back up for third attempts and we'll have Ryan Tolis. All right, nice clearance over here from Tyrell.
Yeah, I had an athlete a few years ago
There we go. That was a much more controlled jump from Devin. Hit that plant a lot stronger and actually just let himself work through, kept that pressure moving. So now we've got Isaac Richards, Ryan Tullis, and then Eli Johnson. looked a little bit under on that jump. He just wasn't able to quite work it quite how he was hoping to. So with third attempts, we have Ryan Tullis, Eli Johnson, and then Isaac Richards. And we're still here at 11 feet. We've actually had some huge PRs today from Ryan. It's a bummer he didn't clear that height, but he did PR from 8.6. His new PR is 10.6. He PR'd by 2 feet today, so good job, Ryan. And here up we have Eli Johnson with his third attempt. He's getting ready into that right headspace at the back of the runway. Nice strong plant. Oh. We could keep him rocking back just a little bit farther. Definitely would have had that. And he also got a new PR of 6 inches. That was awesome. Good job, Eli. All right, up next we have Isaac Richards. There we go. That's what we like to see, Isaac. Awesome. So we are set to move up to 11.3. If anybody wants to skip this height, they can. But if anybody wants to stay at this height, we will stay. And moving on to the next height, we have Talon Erickson, Tyrell Christensen, Devin Pierce, Isaac Richards, and Jackson Pullman.
Is anyone posting on social media?
And over here on pit 2, we're actually going to move just right up to 11.6. Coming in strong at 11.6. Good job, Talon. Nice. I want to apologize if you're here for Cameron's commentating because he's much more exciting than I am, but I'm glad that I'm here and get to watch all of these awesome jumps and great PRs. There we go. Didn't quite throw his pullback on that one. It hit the bar just a little bit, but we got some bar love, so that stayed up and he cleared that height. So far, all three of the athletes that have gone so far have cleared this height. We still have two more, and I hope that they can join them at the 11-9 club for the next jump. Oh, dang it. Well, I hope I didn't just jinx that. And our next jump at this height is Jackson Pullman, and we'll move back to Isaac Richards. Nice. Jackson's got kind of a funny attempt where he likes to lower his pole a little bit sooner than most people generally do, and he drags it on the ground for the last couple feet and then plants it up. It seems to work for him. I don't know that I've seen anybody else personally do that, but he makes it work for him. And we've got our second attempt for Isaac now. Oh, that was much better. So he has his third attempt still. And me not being his coach, I don't see him jump every day. But if he keeps that same jump, I personally would be the coach to move his standards up just a little bit so that he is not coming down on that crossbar. Got one more attempt. He's had some awesome jumps today. And here Isaac goes. Oh! He did better there, just didn't quite get that rock back that he needed. But he had some awesome jumps today. Good job, Isaac. Now we are moving up to 11.9. And at this height, we will have Talon, Tyrell, Devin, and Jackson. That was first attempt for Talon Erickson. Here we have Tyrell Christensen on the back of the runway. His PR is 11.6, and so this will be a PR jump for him by 3 inches. And he clears it! Nice job, Tyrell. Here we have Devin Pierce, and this will also be a PR for Devin of also 3 inches. Oh, and just skimmed that with his shoulder blade. Good thing he's got 2 more attempts. We're gonna go up to Jackson Pullman. This will be a PR for Jackson as well, just by 1 inch on this one though. PR. All right, so we are now moving the pits up to 12 feet, and we are going to have we are not moving up yet. We're still at 11.9. We have second attempts for Talon and for Devin. him out of that just a little bit early. Okay, second attempt for Devin Pierce. There we go. There's that PR for Devin. All right, let's get that third attempt for Talon Erickson here at 11.9. He's looking excited back at the runway. Oh, that is unfortunate. He had some awesome jumps today and was able to tie his PR today, so that is a good thing.
Did I see a black shirt?
All
said
right,
12:15 for
we've now
awards.
moved up to 12 feet, and here we have Tyrell. And then we are going to have Devin and Jackson. Oh, just got to get that turn just a little bit sooner. And we'd like to welcome back Cameron as our announcer as well.
I'm back. Also, we just made the determination that we will be doing. Whoops, this hasn't moved up in forever, huh?
Oh yeah, you didn't show me how to do that, so I didn't.
Okay. Nope,
I've been
we're on the other
saying
one.
it often though, I hope.
Hopefully. What are we at now?
We are at 12 feet.
Wait a second. I'm so confused.
You were just trying to change the wrong pit, I think.
There we go. 12 feet. Little behind. Because I had to take care of things. Sorry, everyone. So we made the... Oh, blew through. Made the determination that we will be doing medals for the girls at 12:15. 12:15 Mountain Standard Time. And hopefully for the guys as well. We should be wrapping up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we have 3 left, but they're all looking pretty strong still, so we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. So the current plan is to do awards at 12:15. So stay tuned, and we'll have those awards live for you.
A lot.
Okay, so all three are going to be going for their second attempts. Oh,
Bob.
we just had Tyrell Christensen go. He missed his second attempt. And now we have Devin
do
Pierce
this.
on his second.
We're just looking at pit 2. So let's go. Pit 2. Oh, there we go.
There we go. There it is.
There we go. Change the view. Now that I forgot we only have one pit running, I can just run one. There we go.
And there is a double PR for Devin Pierce.
That was a beautiful jump, too. You know Dad is proud right there. And Dad is none other than our owner, Cody Pierce. He's awesome. He is the reason this club exists and the reason we put on these things. Minus me pestering him all the time.
All right, and here we go for Jackson Pullman.
Oh, very late on those hands. I don't know how he pulled that off. I literally do not know how he pulled that off. It's got to be those biceps. But, like, my gosh.
That worked, though.
Man, I was waiting for him to just not even get anywhere into the pads with how late those hands were. He starts to get them up, and then he just locks and he planted here.
Yeah.
Like, what? That was cool. And also crazy. And also, ouch.
Yeah. We now have Tyrell Christensen's third attempt. This height will be a double PR for him.
Nice. You're right. This runway might run over a little.
Maybe a little bit.
They are all looking pretty good.
Yeah. But there's only 3 left. And this
40
is third
minutes.
attempts.
Okay.
Oh, that is too bad.
He looked tired on that jump.
Yeah, he's
really, really tired.
So
How many
1,
jumps
2,
did he
3,
have?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jumps.
10 jumps. Yeah. That's, right around that level of the most you ever want to take in a competition.
Right.
That's, hitting it full go, full approach, every time, all the energy, 10 times. Exhausting.
Yep. So we're moving up to 12-3 now, if you want to change that for us, Cameron.
Yes, I can do that.
And the 2 that we still have in are Devin Pierce and Jackson Pullman.
$12.3?
Yes.
Devin Pierce on the runway. Kind of rushed it off the ground.
He's on a mission.
Yeah.
it's fun getting to these higher heights because the skill level and their technique and their form becomes more and more important. And so it's fun.
It's much harder to fake it.
It is much harder to fake it. And I think most people, when they think about pole vaults and they're not thinking about the fails, they're thinking about like what the elites look like, and like they're looking for when the jumpers are getting closer to these higher heights, because you can't fake it as much.
Yep.
At least that's what my mom always tells me. She's like, I didn't like watching you jump in high school because you were really bad. She's like, yeah, when you were only jumping like 6 feet, yeah, that was painful.
Oh, and he just blew straight through that. That was an awesome attempt. Blew straight through it. But that was first, right?
Yes, first attempt.
So he's got 2 more attempts. Let's see what they pull together as far as adjustments they make. Maybe goes up a pole or grip.
Yeah. It's like they're gonna
Or
move him
adjust the
back
standards.
on the runway. You know, I don't coach him regularly. Maybe sounds like maybe coach just doesn't want to get in his head too much about moving up a pole, or
That's fair.
because
His standards might have been pretty far forward too, so you
Yeah.
can do that adjustment pretty easy.
yeah. Oh.
And D coming down on it. You know, it is a warm day, but I'm glad that we are inside
Yeah.
this year.
Might
Inside
not be
because
much
the weather
cooler.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it's more humid than usual,
Yeah.
but it definitely looks like that weather's keeping up to its promises in a couple hours here, or an hour. Actually, it looks like the weather's shifted quite a bit. It's a more guaranteed storm. Nice. It's a much more guaranteed storm, but it is shifting in time. It's one of those things where if we had set it up outside, it would have just stormed like crazy this morning. But we
Most
set it up
likely.
inside. It's going to be fine for most of the competition,
Right.
just in spite.
I feel like that's usually how the weather works. It knows what you're thinking, and so it's going to do what you don't want it to do.
Yep. That's all right. Looks like everyone's still having a blast here.
Yeah. And I mean, it probably is just like slightly cooler because we've got the breeze and the fans going.
Yeah.
And then
The shade.
there's no direct sunlight.
No direct sunlight. Ooh, blows through it hard.
Man, and that is a rough third attempt.
That's all right. He's done good today.
He has.
You got a PR, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Huge
he,
PR.
He PR'd at 11.9, so
Oh, nice.
2 heights ago.
Okay. Okay.
So now Jackson Pullman is going to continue to jump until he either feels like he's done or until he does not clear the next height.
He's just in.
Yeah. So he's moving up to 12.6. He just informed the official that's where he'd like to go.
12-6. Start doing the fun thing of second, third, fourth, fifth, first,
6th.
attempts. We've got 10-6 first. Second attempt, second attempt. So here, by attempts, 6, 7 attempts. Third, first. Okay, so 8, 9. Oh, there's another one.
Second.
8, 9, 10.
There's a blow through for Jackson.
I'll let you finish it. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm starving.
All right.
I'll show the trick. Did you mind?
This one. Finish that off.
He's moving his standards back to 80.
When we do the medals, will you help me with that? Or I'll get
Yeah,
into
of
it.
course.
If you guys will just, like, I'll just announce it and just pull the medals.
Of course. Yeah.
All right, okay.
You just did 11-11.
Yep.
Okay. And then
Did not show?
No, Danny did. I just didn't move his over.
Oh,
Danny.
shoot. Then I might have screwed up. Oh, no height.
Right here is second attempts. Alright! Looks like he moved up the pull on that one.
Hands into it. 12-9.
Let's see, he's gonna go up to 12-9 on this next one.
Place still out.
Okay.
As another reminder, we'll do the medal ceremony for this first session at 12:15 Mountain Standard Time. We do also recognize there is a little bit of a delay between actual 12:15 and when the live stream is posting it through that buffering time. So if we're a couple minutes past that, just bear with us.
Hang tight, it's coming.
Improve about those new ones. I was like, is this good enough? Dude, he is hitting it so hard still. His plant,
Yeah, he's still just coming in with so much power.
his plant needs
Yes, that was
serious
first one at 12-9.
better timing. If he gets those hands up sooner, my gosh, he's gonna crush that pole.
Yeah, he drags it for the last like 4 feet.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. You got to think about it for a second.
Hey, Wanda does the same thing.
Does he?
I don't think
He
I've ever.
drags it
Like the last, there's probably a foot. His pole
before
hits
the box.
ground. He's in free takeoff while the pole is dragging down to the box.
Well, like from the top of the box or before the box? That's terrifying because, like, if it
I know.
overshoots, ouch.
Overshoots, or you have a little bit of a lip or bounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a video of him jumping
I mean, as long as he's jumping into it, he's pressing up into it, it's not going to bounce,
It was like
but...
2 times ago when he broke the world record, and you only see it from the back view, but it hits the ground first and then it hits the back view. It slides into the box. I was like,
Okay, I have more validity in telling kids that.
interesting.
I've told kids for years, like, plant it at the top of the box, let it slide in. I want tip down at the top of the box, slide in.
Well, my thinking is because he's not like the tallest guy, he's on monster long poles, it just gives him a little bit more room to like get to that top point and jump up. So he
That's
can
fair.
up and on.
We
That's
should
my
have this
thinking.
conversation.
I like that
in the
thought
mic.
process. We should have this conversation.
In the mic.
You want to hop on?
Come have a sit. Let you guys take over for a minute.
Here we go, so just right over here. We'll just come this way. Here we go, let's make sure I can...
Leave my Red Bull out of the shop.
Alright, so you got to be relatively close to this.
Okay.
You get me on. Alright. We got with us here Coach Mike.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Coach Mike is the pole vault coach at UVU, but you also coach... Do you coach multis?
Yeah, so I coach high jump and the multis along with pole vault.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
So, showing up here for just
Yeah,
good
so
luck?
I've got 2 of my current athletes jumping today. Actually 3. We signed a kid from Arizona that's coming up here, and he's jumping today as well, Connor Wilson, Porter Westerland, and then Mason Rollo. 2 of those are former athletes that jumped with your guys' club before I started coaching. So just kind of coming and supporting, and then I always come down here every so often to just kind of stay in contact with what's going on around Utah because, that's my backyard. So
Yeah, and we love having you around.
Yeah.
Always come hanging out.
Yeah.
So what do we know what the plan is with your athletes today? Any?
So just talking with them, we're probably going to stick to some 5 steps. Just keep things super simple because with college track, the season's super long. And so over summer, especially with Mason, Porter's been off traveling, doing his own thing. But with Mason, we've been really working on fixing her plant a little bit and just being really solid when we take up off the ground. And so now we're just kind of slowly working our way back. After this week, we'll probably kick her back down to a 3-4 step for the next couple months, and then we'll just work our way up and be ready for competition. So keeping things pretty simple today. We'll see what we can do. It's just a good baseline going into the rest of the season. So
Yeah. I like that plan. And just to explain a little bit for those who don't understand pole vault as much, we're talking about a 5-step. That's 5 lefts out. So you're doing a right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and then 1 more right, left.
Yep.
Before you take off.
Well, and for me, it was backwards because I'm a lefty.
You are a weird lefty.
Yes,
that's
I am
true.
the weird lefty.
So we get the occasional lefty. It's left, right instead.
Yep.
Yeah,
we
a little
have
bit
to
of a
count
change
backwards.
there. So it's basically how far away from the back of the box they're running from, how much energy they're really having to attack it with. The shorter approach for college athletes, they're usually doing what, an 8-step?
Yeah.
Like, is
it
there
just-
full?
Yeah, I mean, it really just kind of depends on the athlete specifically. Like, if they can generate enough speed and power from a shorter, it's going to allow them to save their energy as opposed to pushing back to an 8. But if, I've got a multi right now that he's, 6'3", 205 pounds. He's not super quick off the start, but he builds a lot of speed and power, and so we push him back to a 7 and 8. Takes a lot of endurance and a lot of experience to get back to there, but yeah, that's typically where we try and get to so that we can have. Dang, that was close. It's a good plant. But yeah, so that's typically where we'll end up at, close to competition, closer to conference and postseason.
That is Jackson Pullman, who just took first place with the final jump of 12 foot 6 inches as his clearance. So that's awesome. Like I said, in a few minutes we'll get awards out. Hold tight for that. But yeah, coming back to Mike. That's huge. I often look at that, in my opinion, as when I'm coaching high school athletes particularly, I'm always like, okay, let's get them on the shortest, most efficient run possible so they can save energy. But also, I see so many athletes who, like you said, they're not ready for those bigger approaches.
Yeah.
And you see them running forever and ever, and like the last few steps, they're just kind of, constant
out of
speed.
steam,
Constant
yeah.
speed. They're just, slowing down even is the potential the worst.
Yeah.
Cody, we're holding off for just a few more minutes. Because we just said 12:15.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna get to awards here. Thanks, Coach Mike,
Yeah,
for
no
talking.
problem. Anytime.
All right, we're going to actually get to awards just a few minutes early here. Pretty soon here, so give us a second and we'll get this set up. And remember, if you're loving this live stream, you can hook it up and help me out, because I take a lot of energy and time to do this, but you don't have to, of course. This is not a requirement. All right, so in a second here, we're gonna have our medals given out. So just hold up here while we just get that all set up. All right, we got our awards podium over here, so just getting us set up here. So we're ready for this.
All right, we're just about to give out the awards here. We're going to do girls' awards first. Medaling today are the top 5 for each runway, or for each competition. So the podiums are just right below our UTPVA banner up on the wall there. Ellie Eakins, 5th place.
And in 4th place with a jump of 9 feet.
Ellie with a jump of 8 foot 6 inches. 4th place, Liesl Ford, 9 feet.
You guys all seen Fast and Furious? This is Vin Diesel right here. And in 3rd place with a jump of 9.6, ties her PR, Miss Kennedy Benjamin. And in 2nd place with a jump of 10 feet, Miss Sydney Kennett.
Photo for me?
Go take a picture?
Of them? Yeah. Once they're all up. Thanks.
Yep.
First place jumper with that heck of a jump off. Tying, like with the big jump off, right? But from 10, 3 to 10, and 9, 3, 9, 6, 9 out. Yep. So also at 10 feet with a huge PR, like a 6 inch PR, right? Yes, performance PR. All right. Katarina Aguero.
Okay, as a repeat of that, we had in 1st place Katarina Aguero with a jump of 10 feet. 2nd place, Sydney Kennett with a jump of 10 feet. 3rd place, Kennedy Benjamins with a jump of 9 foot 6 inches. 4th place, Liesl Ford with a jump of 9 feet. 5th place, Ellie Eakins with a jump of 8 foot 6 inches. 6th place, not medaling, but 6th place, with a jump of 8 feet. Abby Wilson, 7th place. Bella Kate Tejas with a jump of 8 feet. 8th place with a jump of 8 feet, Kimberly Hall. 9th place with a jump of 7 foot 6 inches, Piper Van Leeuwen. Oh, there was a tie for 9th as well with Piper Crawford at 7 foot 6 inches, which puts us at